Hey, how's it going? I'm Goose. The recent Campfire revealed a lot about the expansion, so I wanted to give a short summary of everything and share some of my thoughts. This is just going to be a high-level overview that includes what I felt was most important or interesting. If you want more in-depth details, I have the patch notes and the livestream link below. First off, I want to start with the item updates. Normal legendaries can now be masterworked to rank 8, and can also be tempered twice. This is a major improvement from the PTR and decreases the power difference between normal and ancestral legendaries. Because of the PTR feedback, Paragon and Glyphs also got some updates. The damage bonuses from Glyphs have been significantly reduced, which is great as they were severely overshadowing your gear in terms of the power that they gave you. They also changed Paragon nodes across all classes to make them more generic and more powerful. Infernal Hordes got some quality of life updates. Most significantly to me, they made it so that the materials chest uses all of the aether you have left, just like the gold chest, so you no longer need to stand there and spam the materials chest to get all of your materials. It is a little disappointing that they didn't announce any changes to the boons to try and change the gameplay. You're still just going to pick the Hellborn boons if you want to get the most aether, but there's a lot of other positive changes coming with the new season, so I'm not too upset. They made some changes to how you obtain items with crafting. You can now craft a random mythic with 2 resplendent shards, or craft a specific mythic with 2 shards and a set of ruins. They also added the ability to craft random items with a large amount of common salvage, basically turning the blacksmith into a secondary opal vendor. I'm not sure if that'll be an efficient way to get gear, but it's there now. For rune words, they tweaked a bunch of different rituals and invocations. Most significantly, the Druid Petrify and Barb's Warcry runes got changed to not provide the extreme damage bonus that they were giving in the PTR, so those are no longer going to be auto-equips. Before moving on to the new stuff, I do want to mention that they did make changes to every class, but I'm not going to cover all of those here, as that would make this video incredibly long. The patch notes are in the description if you want more specific details about your class. The new season is the Season of Hatred Rising. Basic overview of the season mechanic is there's big realm walkers walking around in the overworld. You kill one and go through the portal to a special dungeon called the Seething Realm. Once inside, you get to choose a reward at the end of the dungeon, and you receive a specific seething opal based off the reward that you chose. Opals are consumables that give you increased chance to drop gold, items, materials, a bonus determined by that reward you chose. They also provide you with 15% XP, which stacks with potion XP. I think the consumables will mainly be nice for the increased XP gain, since we now have to level all the way to Paragon 300. For the Spiritborn, there wasn't too much additional information given, just some additional uniques and passives, but since I haven't actually played the Spiritborn, I have no idea how impactful any of these will be, but I'm excited to get to try it out. The Undercity is the activity I'm most excited for. It's a new time attack dungeon that looks like it has a ton of variety and seems to be a great way to target farm in the late game. You have the option to use tributes to increase the difficulty of this activity, as well as the reward. But you can also pay an amount of materials for bargains, which allow you to obtain more specific rewards. Hopefully this will be a fun thing to run, because I imagine we'll be doing a lot of it in the late game to try and find our best in slot items. The raid also looks very cool. The raid has a requirement of 2 to 4 players, but the difficulty is always scaled for 4 players, so you're definitely going to want to use that new party finder to get a group together if you don't already have one. It seems like there are 3 different versions of the raid, and completing all 3 each week will get you an additional weekly reward. This activity looks to have very different mechanics from what we've seen in Diablo 4 so far, so I'm really excited to try this out. Finally, they also shared some more information about mercenaries. The mercenaries all give you different perks, along with their different skills. For example, the Berserker gives you increased movement speed based on your current kill streak. Your main mercenary is only available during solo play, but you also get a secondary mercenary that you can call into battle every so often to activate a certain skill, and that works even in group play. There's also a bartering system with mercenaries. As you use them, you gain rapport, which gives you trading options, and as you gain more rapport, you get more trading options. Overall, I think I'm more interested now in the mercenaries than I was before, but with that, that's the last thing I'm going to cover from what we learned in the Campfire chat, but they did also release those patch notes right after. It has a lot more detailed information, so I've linked that below if you're interested, and I hope you enjoyed my quick summary. Let me know if I missed any changes that you're super excited about, and I'll see you in the Vessel of Hatred.